Okay, so we're gonna go to the second question. Well, it's kind of like the follow-up of this. Um, so was there a specific moment that sparked your decision to explore this online business? So how do you find out about this? I'm just curious.
So for me, I think uh, the moment that I made the decision was when I knew what I really wanted, what was important to me, and what would come first, what I wanted my life to be. Because I think sometimes you don't really think or plan to have a certain way of living. You just go with the flow. But I made a decision. I needed to change. I needed to be a present mother. I needed to give my kids that love and care that they needed. And, they were growing up so fast, and I didn't even realize. Because to me,
Yeah.
in my eyes, they were still babies. There were still those little, babies in my eyes. Even if they were getting taller, I could not see that until that day when I'm like, okay, my kids are making food for me now. It means, you know, they are older than when I actually started working. Because back then I taken time off, my like maternity leave, and I had my 4 kids. So I had more time with them when they were younger. But when I started working, that time flew, and there's a few years that I didn't see pass me by,
Mhm.
that until this moment knocked on the door, like 7 years have already passed, and my kids are already grown, and I miss the special moments because you always say, oh, I can't. But when I saw this opportunity out, it's like everybody else. You hesitate, you have to think very carefully, because I've been in some different businesses before, and not everything goes well, you know. So for me, I had to sit down, watch, question, but I guess it was the right time. God had opened a new door. I was just in that zone where I was like, okay, let fear take me over this one. I'm going for it. I've lost more before. This ain't much for me to lose.
Mhm.
So I came in with the 149, and I'm glad I did. So this year, I'm nearly coming to 2 years in the business.
Nice.
And I am so happy I started. My only regret is I had seen the business way in 2001.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw it, and it was like, actually, not even 2001, I think 2019. There was a lady from Canada that was advertising. I paid. And then a few days later, I said, I'll have my refund. But I didn't know it was the same business as this one that I'm in now. It's only that I saw it on our group. Then in
yeah.
2021, I saw another lady again advertising. I was like, this can't be really true. This can't be true. Anyway, I just ignored and left it until to the third one. So for me, that was good sense. It can't keep knocking. When you're
Yeah.
destined for something, it'll keep coming back. So
Yes.
that's what made me be here, because I just thought, you know what, this keeps coming, and it must be from God, and this is my answer. I had
Yeah.
that faith that this is my answer. At the same time, you know how human brains work. You have
Yeah.
faith, you have fear, you have that skepticism in your head. But I jumped anyway, and I'm happy
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, well, they say that, when you have those fears or stops is when you're very close to, to go to the other side of the success. So those fears and doubts are actually good. It's a good sign. The thing is, like, you have to
Mhm.
cross over to the other side. Um,
It's true.
but yeah, it's you like me, I wish I could have found it before, but I
Thank
didn't.
you.
But
Mm.
But yeah, everyone, I think everyone's time is meant to be when the right time. So maybe when you saw that the first time, it wasn't the right time for you. You were not prepared
Mm.
for that yet. But now, like, when you reflect on your life, and what was more important to you now, um, that's when you decided to be more open. And I think, to be able to see this opportunity, you really have to be open to see it, because if you're
Yeah,
not
true.
open to see it, even if we can show to the people that this is a great opportunity, people are not gonna take that opportunity,
Mm.
because they don't have the open mindset yet for that,
True.
or they haven't going through an aha moment to be able to be more open to see the opportunity. So
Mm.
um that's okay. Everyone's journey is different. I saw in 2018, those in YouTube, those digital nomad lives, or I say like,
Yeah.
I want that kind of lifestyle, but I didn't know how to. So I kept working for 5 years more, and then in 2023, I had my aha moment, because I knew
Mm.
that I wanted, I mean, the film industry was my dream job, but
Wow.
you get to a point in life where you want more, like you reflect
Mm.
this. So for you, you want it to be more fully present for you and your family. So for me, it was, I have aging parents. So I want to be there for them now that they're independent, and spend time with them. And then eventually I will
Mm.
have to take care of them. With my working hours, that's impossible to do that.
True.
So, and I'm
Yeah.
the only child here in Canada with them, because my sister and my brother are in the US. Um, so I have to take care of them. So
Mm.
I had to do something, but I kept working and find some other things, but it wasn't really giving me that financial stability that I wanted in this business. Just like I pass so many um, ads, but I don't know,
Yeah.
for some reason, and I think God sometimes shows
Everything is
you the
put in
way.
place.
Um,
Yeah.
so for some reason, I heard like my intuition says, like, watch this one. You got nothing to lose. Just watch it. So I decided to watch that video ad. And when I watched it, like, it piqued my interest. So like I paid right away the 149. But when I paid the 149, I was like, is it something that I'm gonna be okay if I don't lose? Like, let's say this is like a scam, for example. I say, is
Mm-hmm.
it something that I'm gonna be regretting if I lose the money? So to me, it wasn't a huge amount, like $1,000, for example. You know,
Yeah.
but I know there is a 30 days refundable. But I was just thinking, just the worst case scenario, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I went in and watched, and then the more that I kept learning more about the business, the more check all the boxes that I've been looking all these years, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of business that gives you that portability, so you can take it anywhere with you. And that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that flexibility to be
For
more
that.
fully
Yeah.
present for my family. So um, just like you, like I totally, I think we are, because I heard so many stories from our members of our community, and somehow or another, like, we are guided by God through this.
Yeah. Some
Um,
flew about the same, isn't it?
yes. So I think that, but like I say, like, everyone's journey, everyone's time to come to this business is when the time is right. Because sometimes, we're not prepared for
Mm-hmm.
that, but once we are prepared, we come. Like, there's so many people, just like you're refunded, that have refunded, and came back, after, and many, like they cannot regret, they didn't start it like the first time that they went and tried the business. But that's part of life, like, we are here, to learn our journey,
Mm.
and keep learning. And
It's
then
true.
when the right time is, that's when we get through. And I love the fact that you say, God gives you opportunity, because one is meant to be, like, you didn't see it the first time, but it came back to you again, because it was
Yeah.
meant to be find a better way for you. So thank you for sharing that.